we saw also in 2006, the 33 Days War, a very tragic and bloody, short but bloody war in 2006 that gave way to the UNIFIL UN mission. But I mean, the opening of the second front after the attack on Gaza was done by Hezbollah to protect Hamas. So
That's right.
even the first war where Hezbollah is defending the rights of the Palestinians. Why I say this? Because we are forgetting one word in all our discussion, that is the occupation of the Palestinian territory to the east of the Green Line. The occupation of Palestine is the core issue, and Hezbollah and Iran said clearly that with a ceasefire and the recognition of the state of Palestine, this war could have ended a lot of months before.
Well, I think Paula has said it very clearly. The crux of the problem is Palestine. If you don't have a two-state solution, there is no peace in the Middle East. And there cannot be peace in the Middle East as long as the Palestinian issue is not addressed. Hamas came to existence with the help of the Israelis. Let's be clear on this, to counter the PLO. And I think there are many issues on this. Even Netanyahu has been accused of siphoning $50 million out of the $250 million that Qatar have sent to Hamas. Let's say clearly there's a case against him in the court of Israel. This is one. Secondly, Hezbollah came to existence only after the Israeli invasion of south of Lebanon, after invading of a second capital, which is Beirut. And therefore, it was only Hezbollah who forced the Israelis to withdraw from the south of Lebanon till they kept only Shibah Farm, which is actually a Syrian, but the Syrians said it's a Lebanese, and the Lebanese said it is a Lebanese, but it is still under occupation. So the problem is occupation, expansion, and also settlements at the cost of the Palestinian and the other Arab territory. Syrian Golan is occupied.
So basically what you're saying is that now the Israeli expansion is now seeing, not just Gaza Strip, but the West Bank and now southern Lebanon as well. So it's a territorial acquisition that is being made.
I mean, look at the map where Israeli themselves, the party of Israel, calling it a greater Israel. I mean, look at it. How much we can deceive the public. It is Arab, the Sinai Peninsula. It is Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, 1/3 of Saudi Arabia, Iraq. The whole area is greater Israel. I mean, are we fooling the public that this is the people who really are victim of aggressions or terrorism? There is a question here to be addressed. If you're bringing an old testimonies and you write it on your own to say that this is my land, and 2,500 years ago, the Palestinians do not belong to this. Jericho is 11,000 years old. So the Palestinian and Palestine existed even before the Jew came to the area. I wouldn't be against the Semite by saying so, because we are Semite as well. We gave shelter to the Palestinians. The Israelis. Israeli came to stay and lived among us. The only period in the history of Israel and the Jew was under the custody of Islam, where they have been supported and been giving shelter. My neighbor in Damascus were Jew. We were buying and leaving and exchanging views before even the Netanyahu come, who himself torn the Oslo Agreement, threw it in the dustbin in 1992, and they assassinated Ishaq Rabin, who was the former prime minister who signed the deal of this. And then he said there is no two-state solution. You cannot deny the Palestinians their right of existence because you have the might. Might is not right. Right is might.